Proud to say I'm the campaign manager for Team Spydamin. Before we start, I'm going to introduce our fantastic team. We have researchers Yolanda, Samara and Christine. And our researcher, Serena. Media officer, sorry, my brain's not working today. Thank you for coming to our policy launch. Now, ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce the man himself. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, that's not working. Oh no. I'm sorry, guys. That makes me sad. Didn't work. Oh, it's on my laptop.
Yes, you are. You'll be picking up on this gaff, won't you? As mean-spirited as you
We were going to play Eye of the Tiger as he came in, but my computer has decided to
Yeah, we'll have it.
I'm really sorry. It was going to be a big, fantastic entrance, but I take full responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, Phil Spydamin.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for that rather uncolourful introduction. Firstly, I'd like to wish the best of luck to the fellow candidates in their campaigns in Cedar Morton, the Green Sky Blue and the Independent Carl Bradman. I could not think of better competition for this the great Cedar Morton. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no gimmicks, I have no catchphrases, but what I have is my work ethic, my dedicated team devoted to the cause, and my unwavering commitment to the people of Morton. People of Morton, we are hurting and we will continue to suffer the nightmares that the floods brought with it, but it's time to leave the past behind us and concentrate on rejuvenating our electorate. Whether it's the Smith household in Maruka or Peter Peterson's accountancy firm in Fairfield, ladies and gentlemen, my team and I are dedicated in helping you back to your feet. The way we will do this is by increasing government payments and cutting taxes. Yes, that's what I said, cutting taxes. Firstly, we'll directly distribute a federal grant of $100 million throughout the electorate of Morton. This will be done by a combination of increased Centrelink payments and tax cuts. We will increase government payments to people living in government or temporary housing, and we will also increase government payments to households with combined incomes of less than $37,000. This is to ease the strain on already stressed households. We will cut taxes by 8% on people with incomes less than $50,000 and as much as 6% on people with incomes less than $60,000. We will cut taxes on small businesses by as much as 14%. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a Rugs a Million sale. This is direct financial assistance coming to your hip pocket. I occasionally enjoy salt and vinegar chips, but I went to the supermarket the other day and they had risen from $2 to $2.75 overnight, it seemed. I shop at your shops, I live in the house next to yours, and I too feel the pinch of the rising living costs. We are increasing the youth and New Start allowances. We need young people in our universities and in our apprentices, creating jobs and forging a new future. We also see it absolutely imperative that we take care of our ageing population and that our mentors and our diggers, and that's why Team Spydamin are committed to increasing the age pension by as much as 20%. We are wholly committed to strengthening our economy, and although these tax cuts and government payment increases, we believe we have the foundation to deliver more to the people of Morton. While economic viability is as important as ever to Team Spydamin, Australia is at the forefront of the world's plight against climate change, and that is why we're attempting to bring in across-the-board changes to our solar energy rebate schemes. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't wish to bore you with the details of our solar rebates for too long, but we believe that we have an obligation to our community and our planet to do what we can do to take you as residents of Morton off the power grid. What we are attempting to do, with the assistance of the Federal Minister for Resources and Energy and the Federal Minister for Energy Efficiency, is to extend the National Credit Solar Program rebate system until the end of 2016. Team Spydamin are fully aware that often we, as a community, concentrate on only helping residents with their power bills. However, we are also intending to double the solar power incentives and rebate for Morton businesses. By incorporating this increase into our solar scheme, we can help achieve a lower carbon footprint. Our schools are our next target, and it's important that to have an energy and climate conscious youth, we have to invest heavily in our schools. So that's why, with the help of my fellow federal ministers, we will double the National Solar School program for schools in the Moreton electorate. We will be the first in the nationwide rollout of increased spending on solar energy for schools until the end of 2016. Finally, our solar policy will incorporate the development of a green grant. This federally funded grant of $100,000 will be awarded to individuals with an outstanding achievement in the development of an innovative green energy. This will be restricted to the members of Moreton based on the location of their residence and will contribute to the further development of green energy in our community. There have been accusations from multiple candidates as well as the media that we have released policies acting outside our jurisdiction. Although we cannot directly influence factors involving state and local matters, we can make funding available for state and local governments to use, and we can define stipulations and conditions under how they may use it. In the past couple of months, you'd have to be living in a cave to know that Brisbane is in the midst of a crime wave, but while we can't directly influence law enforcement matters at a local level, what we're going to do is ensure that funding is readily available to the local and state governments to ensure peace and safety on the streets of Moreton. A little while ago, we made $300,000 available for the local council to use to install CCTVs in Sunnybank and the surrounding areas, but the funding was declined by the Brisbane City Council. What we are going to do now is make $1 million available for the BCC to use to develop surveillance and security measures in suburbs like Sunnybank, 8 Mile Plains, Oxley, Chalmer and Kellenvale. Finally, in cooperation with ministers and neighbouring electorates, we have more than tripled the funding available to the state government for the training of up to 200 new police officers and the funding for the state government to greatly increase the size of the police training academy in Oxley. Mr Bradman complains about the cost of living and he complains about affordable housing. I cannot agree more, but ladies and gentlemen, instead of working for far-off utopian ideals, we can work within a real-world economy to deliver the economic stability that you deserve. What we have is a plan to tackle the issues. We have real figures, we have real numbers, and we have real strategies. I make no secret that we live in a new world, a world where the price of living is increasing, a world where we now have to rely on the alternative energy sources, a world where most people don't even know their neighbour. But you can always count on one thing. You know me, Phil Spydamin of 125 Pring Street, Tarragindi, who will, with your blessing, be able to give more to the electorate of Moreton and more to you. Thank you very much.